Hello, everyone. I think we're about ready to get started. Welcome, and thanks for coming to the second official Dyslexic Entrepreneurs Network meeting. You can, if you haven't already, there's a couple ways that you can kind of like keep in touch that will be updating regularly in offline mode. So we have a Twitter, if you're on the Twitters, we have a LinkedIn group, and we're gonna start putting some content on our blog, which is /blog. So to start off, I want to tell you what our mission is for the beginning of this network. It's to establish this network by finding, connecting, and fostering a community of adult dyslexic entrepreneurs here in the Bay Area. The reason that this is our first mission is because we want to focus on and create a core group of people that can work together to define our grander mission as we become more established and create those first connections that are going to be so important to making this thing a success in the long term. And to that effect, we're going to have some interesting talks today from a couple people. They're going to be really short, and the goal is to get everyone thinking about dyslexia and entrepreneurship, what it has meant to you, what you think it means to society and the social experience of it, so that we can have the second part of the event, which is the Un-Conference. Has anyone here been to an Un-Conference before? One. Me. All right. Well, I'm really glad that I get to share this with you because it's one of my favorite things to do in tech when I go to these conferences. It's really interesting and fun because it's not about the content that's presented by a presenter. It's actually about the people in the room putting their heads together to discuss specific topics. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to have 2 breakout sessions of around 20 minutes each where we'll talk about something. We're going to seed the first session with 3 topics. It's life hacks. The second topic is writing code but not prose, so coding as a dyslexic person. And then the third one is dyslexic entrepreneurship and sharing stories about that. So the next group of topics we haven't selected anything for, and we'd like to select 3 more, and we'd like that you guys would actually put your ideas up on that board back there. So at any point during the day between sessions, we'll have little breaks. If you just want to get up and you have an idea that you want to get on the board, go ahead and just write it up there. If you see an idea that you really like that's not yours, you can put like a check mark or an X next to it, and the ones that seem to be the most popular will be our second breakout sessions. In an effort to share what's being talked about in these groups, after we have the first session and the second session, we'd like to have someone elected from the group to give like just 2 minutes of high level, this is what we got out of this session, presented to everyone else so they can just get the most interesting, important, whatever topics, even if you weren't in that group. And that is it. So without further ado, I'm gonna...
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, sure.
And also, do you want to let people know about the blogging that we're... Yeah.
Yes, thanks for reminding. 2 things. Okay, so my name's Justin. I work here at Keen.io as Director of Developer Relations. So I'm a part-time coder, full-time community builder. I'm a dyslexic entrepreneur. I started a company that I ran for 2 years here in the Bay, and that was before I started at Keen.io, and I'm the 7th employee at Keen. This is Keen's office. We're an analytics platform for developers. We have just about 50 employees right now, and we're a Sequoia-backed company. So what we're going to be doing is one of the life hacks that you'll actually hear a little bit more about is we'll be recording the key takeaways from our breakouts and the talks, and then we'll have those be transposed for us by a third-party company, and that's the way that we're going to get the content for our blog. So if you see us like passing a recorder around, that's what's happening. Good. All right.